Hi besties. Alright, sorry to cut in at the beginning of this video, but I'm just about to start editing it. In fact, I don't even remember what the video was that I filmed, but I wanted to jump on here and talk to you guys because this was originally supposed to be a Bookmas video, and unfortunately Bookmas kind of fell off the tracks. You are also going to see me with a completely different hair color in the thumbnail and stuff, so sorry for like the jump scare, but yeah, things kind of fell off the rails for me a little bit. I was planning on filming a bunch of videos for Bookmas because I wanted to do 12 days, and it just didn't end up happening that way, obviously. I decided instead of coming home and filming and editing the videos that I wanted to post, that I would go over to my parents' house and we would try to remove my color that was in my hair. We did a pretty decent job, but when we removed it, it was bad. I have never, like, I was in a dark place when my hair got, yeah, it literally got botched. I was in such a dark place. Like, I looked at myself in the mirror, and for the first time in, honestly, since high school, so for a few years now, I have, like, struggled a little bit, obviously, going back and forth with self-confidence and stuff, but I literally looked in the mirror. Every time I did, I was like, I look so ugly. Like, this looks so bad. Like, I have never felt this, like, gross in my life. And that sounds so dramatic, and I'm aware of how that sounds, but my hair just really, like, derailed everything. And I was going to switch Bookmas from 12 days to 10 days. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I will prepare for Bookmas better next year than I did this year. Yeah. I think I probably need to start doing it, like, 2 weeks, like, mid-November. And have videos up and scheduled so that they can go out, because it was rough. Especially next year when a lot of things are about to change in my personal life. Yeah, so I did want to say sorry. It also got crazy with, obviously, Christmas. We had a family Christmas party. It was just everything all at once, it seems like. So anyways, thank you guys for clicking on the video. I hope you enjoy whatever I filmed. And yeah, without further ado, let's actually get into the video that you're here to watch. Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie, and welcome to another day of Bookmas. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome if you're new and this is the first time you're seeing me. Hello. So today we are going to be going over the top 10 authors from my shelves that I want to start reading their books in 2024. Hopefully that makes sense. There are most likely more books from these authors that I might own on my shelves or via audiobook or whatever, but I am specifically talking about the books that I have right here in front of me, and if I can get to more of the author's works, that would be cool. But if not, that is okay too. Without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first one I want to talk about is Lynette Noni, more specifically the Prison Healer trilogy by her. I have never read any Lynette Noni book. In fact, I haven't read any of these authors. I don't know if I made that clear, so I'm sorry if I haven't. But yeah, I've never read anything from any of these authors. So I heard that the Prison Healer is basically Throne of Glass if we would have seen Selena Sardathian in the Endovir. So I don't know how accurate that is, but a lot of my favorite booktubers were actually reading the series in 2023, or this year I guess. So I'm very intrigued by it. I'm also intrigued by a lot of her other series. I have been for a while. I just have never gotten around to reading her. And 2024 I think is the year I will finally pull the trigger and actually read a book from her. Next we have Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. I am also interested in the other book that she wrote that I can't remember the name of right now, but like I said, just to remind myself, we are just talking about the book that I own right now, and this is the only one I own from her. So I believe this is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and this follows a girl who is basically goes to get debts that people owe her father, and she is known for figuratively turning silver into gold, because whenever she goes to get this money from the people that are indebted to her father, basically she gets a lot more, I believe, than she goes there for. So I'm very intrigued to see this. I'm very excited. I've heard really great things about Naomi Novik's writing, and I just want a dark and gritty fairy tale. You saw this on my December TBR. It's not happening. I'm just going to focus on rereads for the rest of the year, so if you're bummed that you don't get to see my thoughts on this, I'm sorry. Next, we have Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I'm also interested in her Daughter of War of Lost Hearts trilogy. Is that what it's called? I'm very intrigued by that series as well. But this is the one that I own, and I own the indie paperback, and I'm so happy that I bought this before they got rid of it, because I think that they do sell paperback still, but obviously it's the publisher one. I don't know. Anyways, so all I know is that there are vampires in this book, and I believe that there are trials. That's all I know about this book, but I'm very intrigued to get into Chris's works. I have heard almost nothing but positive things about this series, so that is why I'm so intrigued by it, because this is a very, very beloved series. Especially the little novella, Six Scorched Roses. I've heard nothing but good things about that one, so I'm very intrigued to hopefully get to this. I need some good vampire books, because I've been severely lacking on vampires this year, so I'd like to get into this, and yeah, just love on it, I hope. Next, we have Katherine PR, more specifically Bonecryer's Moon. I have actually started this, and I started annotating it and everything, and I was having a good time with it. However, I just have yet to continue on with it, unfortunately, and if we're being honest here, it won't happen until next year. So all that I know is that basically this book follows this main girl, and she is a bone cryer, and what bone criers have to do is they have to find their one true love and kill them. In enters him. I believe he's her one true love. I could be wrong, but he is coming after bone criers because his father was actually recently killed by one, so he wants to enact revenge for his father. I believe I liked what I read of it when I started reading it. I just never got the chance to continue, so I'm very intrigued by this. I don't know if anything else that she has written, but I'm sure that she's written other things, so I'm very intrigued to see if when I get to this I will love it as much as I think I will. Next we have Jessa Hastings, more specifically the Magnolia Parks universe. So I have had this on my shelf for a long time, since I found out that they were getting rid of these covers. I hate the new covers. You can't convince me otherwise. They're horrible. I don't know why they did this, but I'm hoping equally as much that I love this, that I will also hate it, because I don't believe the newest book, the 5th book in this series, came out in covers like these, so I'm very nervous. But if you don't know, this book follows Magnolia and BJ, and they have been in a toxic relationship for the longest time, and this book is basically right person, wrong time. They are very toxic for each other. Heard that it's like Gossip Girl. So I'm very, very intrigued to get to this, and I also love this cover, and I love the back. So I really hope I love this, but I also kind of hope I don't, so that I don't feel sad when I can't get the 5th book in that cover way. So yeah. Next we have the one that is most intimidating to me. This one, out of any single author that I could have chosen, this one scares me the most. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I'm more specifically talking about the first 3 books of the Red Rising series. I don't know if you count Lightbringer and those ones in with this series, because I know that they're connected, but I think that they might be part of a different series. I don't know. But I'm very, very intrigued by Red Rising. I've read the first 100 pages before. I don't remember it really at all. But if you don't know, this book follows Darrow. And Darrow at the beginning of the book has a very harrowing experience happen to him. And it basically spurs him into action. He is part of the Red Cast. And they have been mining for a substance on Mars, I believe. Or some place like that, so that they can hopefully one day live on there. Well, little does Darrow know that the Golds have actually found and mined all that stuff, and they're actually inhabiting that. So Darrow goes to infiltrate the Golds of the society, and see if he can take them down from the inside out. But yeah, my main priority is to get to the first 3 books of this series because, yeah, like I said, I'm so intrigued by this, and I want to see how, more specifically, this book ends, but definitely how the whole series ends, because I hear that it's rough and I do indeed want to get my heart ripped out. So next we have Margaret Rogerson, more specifically Sorcery of Thorns. So I believe this book follows Elizabeth, yeah. This book follows Elizabeth, and she's tasked to watch these magical grimoires. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. These magical grimoires, and she's tasked into watching them to make sure that they don't turn into the evil creatures that they can. And one day a grimoire goes missing, and so she has to team up with this sorcerer named Nathaniel to hopefully get the grimoire back. But sorcerers in this world are actually really frowned down upon, and it is said that you cannot trust them. So it is her task to not only find this magical grimoire, but with someone that she doesn't really particularly like, that she has preconceived notions on. And I'm very, very excited to get to this. I also have Vespertine by her, and I have also always been interested in An Enchantment of Ravens as well. So I do have quite a bit of books to catch up if I do end up loving this. I also think I own like the little short novella. I would have to find it because that book is so small, and I literally could not tell you where it is. Okay, guys, I don't know if my voice is changing at all, but my throat is starting to hurt. I literally talked for 8 hours today, and now I'm talking more, and my throat feels like it is dying. So please forgive my voice if it sounds bad. It's, yeah. It's the name of the game right now, but we gotta keep filming for Bookmas. So next, we have Mary E. Pearson. The Kiss of Deception is the first book in the Remnant Chronicles, and I believe that this is the start to her first trilogy that she has ever written. So if I want to go on and continue more of her books, I need to read this original trilogy first. Basically, this follows a princess, and she is betrothed to someone in another kingdom, and on her wedding day she decides to make a run for it so that she does not have to live a life that she doesn't want to. In enters our 2 main male characters, who are probably both her love interests, let's be honest. One of them is setting out to kill her, and one of them is the prince setting out to find her, and we actually don't know which one it is. So throughout this book, I think it's like kind of like it reveals who each of them are, I think. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to read this. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this recently. I know that a couple of my favorites really love this, and then a couple of my favorites really don't love this, and it was bad. So I'm very intrigued to see what I think of it, but I do really love this cover, and I'm very excited to get into this, hopefully. Next, we have Danielle L Jensen, more specifically the, I don't think it's called the Stolen Songbird series. Oh, Malediction trilogy. The first book is Stolen Songbird. I do not have that one right now because it is actually currently under my tree. I saw a special painted edition of it, and I wanted it, and you can't really find these covers anymore, so I bought them, and then quickly found out that I cannot even get the 3rd one. I ordered the 3rd one and these covers, and I can't get it. So yeah, I might have to get rid of these covers. I guess we'll see. I literally have no clue what the series is about. I know that Danielle L Jensen has a really popular trilogy that's popular on Booktok. I don't know how popular the Malediction series is, but in fact, I don't actually know what this series is about. I think it has trolls. I think that's all I know about this. So, considering I'm going based off of just that fact, this should be interesting, but I'm very, very, very intrigued by this. This is the first original trilogy I wanted to read by her. I am also very intrigued by her other trilogy, like I was talking about earlier. I am very excited to hopefully get to this trilogy sometime in the near future. And last but not least, we have Miss Emily Henry, more specifically Beach Read. But I also do have Happy Place, and I thought I had another book by her, but I am just not seeing it on my shelves right now. I thought I had 3, but maybe I only have 2. I don't know. I need to go through all my books again. But I guess it really doesn't matter. So, if you don't know, Beach Read follows Gus and January. Look at me go. I only know that because I literally watched a video where this was mentioned. But Gus and January are actually both authors. And in this book, they have to essentially switch genres, and they challenge each other to see who can write the other's genre the fastest. And I believe that they fall in love. That's all I know about this. That's all I really want to know going in. I am so freaking excited to get to this book. You guys have no clue. I'm also very excited for her book that's coming out next year called Funny Story, I think. And I'm just really hoping I love Emily Henry. This just seems like a perfect book to a lot of people. And I want to get more into the romance genre this coming year. So I think I have a couple of really good romance picks on here. Although there's only 2. I think a couple of them are fantasy romance, but I do love myself a good romance novel from time to time. So, alrighty, besties. So these are some of my top authors that I want to get into and try their books out for the first time next year. If, like any of my other videos, if you see a book in this video that you want to see me vlog and talk about with non-spoiler and spoiler thoughts, just let me know down below. I'm down. I would have so much fun doing a reading vlog for any of these books, or if you see books that I could like maybe lump together in the same video, that would be cool too. But I am very, very excited for my reading year ahead of me. I think it's going to be super fun. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I am having so much fun with Vlogmas, or Bookmas, I guess. I think I've told you guys that in every single video that I filmed, but it's true. This is one of the very few things that is bringing me happiness right now. I have really been struggling a lot with my mental health, especially this week. I literally broke down and started crying before I went to work today. It has just been kind of one of those years this year, and yeah. So I'm happy that at least one thing in my life that I'm doing is bringing me happiness, because my job sure isn't. Oh, that sounds so depressing, but yeah. But I'm thinking it can only go up from here, so yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far in the video, you should hit the like button. And if you want to stick around, stay for a while, that would be super fun too, so you should hit the subscribe button. And while you're over there, you might as well hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time I post a new video. And yeah, with all that being said, I will talk to you guys in a couple days with my next Bookmas video. Okay, bye everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're with